Please welcome Mia Hadfield-Spur to propose her motion, which is support for local food production.
Good morning, conference. I'm proposing this motion because rising threats to global food security also present challenges to UK food security that naturally concern the North West. An increasingly numerous global population, coupled with increasingly unstable ecosystems and unpredictable climates, raise a multitude of issues that require us to significantly reconsider the ways we produce, transport, prepare and consume our food in order to avoid a proliferation of humanitarian crises involving water, food and energy security. The sustainable development of food production demands a major global effort through international cooperation. However, it also requires us to look at the way we adapt to a more local level as well. 81% of land in the North West is considered to be rural, according to the Environment Agency. However, it seems that agriculture and farming are incredibly undervalued in our society, and there are many sociological and cultural implications involved in our acquisition of food supplies, as well as with current attitudes towards consumption. Undoubtedly, there has been a significant rise in the numbers of people who are concerned about where their food comes from, how it's produced, and the social and environmental consequences of their dietary habits. And various campaigns promoting animal welfare, as well as ethical and environmental issues, have contributed to an increased awareness of the exploitative nature of a lot of trade, and increasing numbers of individuals and groups are redesigning their procurement strategies as a consequence. However, as a society, our current consumption habits and supply chains remain severely unsustainable. We have not been successful in achieving the necessary transition to a low-carbon economy in recent years, and our carbon-intensive lifestyles rely excessively on a vast choice of consumer products like food all year round, and we're still struggling to implement reasonable waste management regulations. The Aldersgate Group have highlighted that there are clear potential benefits derived from increased transparency, accountability and comparability in food production and supply. While there are debates surrounding what information should be put on labels in order to communicate a realistic assessment of the total environmental impact of production of a certain food, this shouldn't mean that nothing is done. A carbon footprint would surely provide a simple, though meaningful and effective message to buyers. As well as enabling buyers to make environmentally beneficial choices, it's important to incentivise the producers and manufacturers to make similar improvements. A reformed common agricultural policy that is environmentally and economically sustainable through being more region-specific could do this. Public procurement strategies could be vastly extended to include low-carbon procurement standards for local authorities, the NHS and schools. Creating local economic partnerships to encourage local sourcing of goods could increase local food production, improve supply networks and create local jobs, and could be regulated by local carbon budgets. While amelioration of local planning procedures could free up and advertise disused land to support grassroots projects like community allotments. Local economic partnerships need to support research, development and deployment of new agricultural technologies, as well as encouraging sharing of best practice and thereby education, skills and interest in farming as a profession, with particular focus on production that's suited to the climate and landscape of this region by upholding traditional farming practices. Agriculture has been a diminishing sector of our economy for too long, especially considering the vital role that food plays in human life. I was actually quite delighted to see the new Yeo Valley advert earlier this week as a sign that media and popular culture are contributing to an effort not only to promote local, sustainable, healthy produce, but to develop a bigger role for agriculture in British industry. I would hope that similar advertising in the North West could re-inspire interest in farming as an important skills and job sector. We need to continue to raise awareness about producing, transporting and consuming food in ethically and environmentally responsible ways. But more importantly, we need to act to develop incentives that will ensure procurement methods and consumption patterns are adapted for the 21st century. I believe this motion hopefully begins that path. Please support the motion.